Hey, welcome back to the channel. This is your host Ben on the Lover of Tech channel, and what I've got is another camera comparison, and this is between the highly requested and anticipated camera request between the Pixel 2 XL and the newly announced Galaxy S9. Now, quick disclaimer, the Pixel 2 and the Pixel 2 XL do have the same camera configurations for the front and the rear facing camera. So what I have access to right now is the Pixel 2 XL, and what we're going to do is test these cameras in different situations, in daylight and low light. And what we're going to do is start with the front facing camera, and with the Galaxy S9 what you have is an 8 megapixel camera with a f1.7 aperture and also a 1.22 micron pixel size, and video that shoots in 1440p 30 frames a second maximum. And what you also do have with the Pixel 2 XL is an 8 megapixel camera with an f2.4 aperture lens, 1.4 micron pixel size, and also video that shoots at 1080p 30 frames a second. So obviously what we're doing now is starting in daylight. What we're seeing is the image quality and the stabilization in daylight between these front facing cameras. What we're doing is starting with a light jog and seeing how the stabilization looks like. Whew. And we're going to stop and we're going to run and jog it off. Whew. So now we've switched the video recorder mode to 1080p 30 frames a second on the Galaxy S9. What we're doing is just seeing how the image quality is affected as well as the stabilization. We're going to do again a nice little light jog and then just run it off. Just take it into a walk. Welcome to another camera test on the Lover of Tech channel, this time between the Galaxy S9 and the Google Pixel 2 XL. And what I'm going to do is run you through the main rear camera specifications of both these cameras, starting with the Galaxy S9. The Galaxy S9 has a 12 megapixel camera with the new mechanical dual aperture lens that allows you to change from f1.5 to f2.4 aperture in pro mode or automatic depending on the lighting situation, and with the f1.5 aperture current to date being the widest aperture on any smartphone that you can see to date. 1.4 micron pixel size, optical image stabilization, the new super speed dual pixel autofocusing system, 4K 60 frames a second video shooting, 1080p 240 frames a second, and super slow motion recording at 720p 960 frames a second. Now with the Google Pixel 2 XL, you do have a 12.2 megapixel camera with an f1.8 aperture lens, dual pixel autofocus, optical image stabilization with electronic image stabilization, where Google call it fused video stabilization, the ability to record at 4K 30 frames a second and 720p 240 frames a second slow motion. Now a quick look into the camera settings for the Galaxy S9, and we do go into the video settings. You can see that the 4K 60 frames a second video recording mode is available to be used, but when you do enable it, the video stabilization does not work at 4K 60 frames a second, but at 4K 30 frames a second and Full HD 1080p 30 frames a second, video stabilization is available. And when you do go out, you can see that it is on, so everything else has been left to be automatic. I've not changed anything apart from the video settings that will be stated when going into the video section, which we are going to next. So sit back, this is going to be a long one, but it's going to be well detailed and worth it. Let's start with the video test first. So this is the 4K 30 frames a second video recording mode between the Galaxy S9 and the Pixel 2 XL. And again, what we're doing is just seeing how the image quality and the stabilization works in 4K. And again, this is the 4K 30 frames a second video recording test between the Galaxy S9 and the Pixel 2 XL. What we're going to do is take a run to test how the stabilization is like in 4K. So this particular shot, the Galaxy S9 is shooting in 4K 60 frames a second, whereas the Pixel is only capable at 4K 30 frames a second. And this is obviously due to the new processors in the Galaxy S9, the Exynos and the Snapdragon 845, the Exynos 9810, and we're just seeing how the image quality compares. Next is the 1080p 30 frames a second video recording mode between the Galaxy S9 and the Google Pixel 2 XL. Again, we're just testing out the image quality and the stabilization in daylight. So we're testing out the autofocusing test on the Galaxy S9 at the moment using the new super speed dual pixel autofocus in continuous video mode in 1080p. We're just going to use the Galaxy Note 8 as the object to be able to see how fast it focuses. Looks like it's really working well. The super speed dual pixel autofocus, man, that's crazy fast. So now we're testing the autofocusing speed on the Pixel 2 XL. The Pixel 2 XL is using dual pixel face detection autofocus as well, so it should be working really fast, and we're doing this in 1080p using the Galaxy Note 8 as the object. Looks to be also focusing nice and smooth. And you can judge for yourself between the Pixel 2 XL and the Galaxy S9 which one autofocuses quicker and better. Now onto the 4K 30 frames a second video recording mode between the Google Pixel 2 XL and the Galaxy S9. And again, what we're doing is just testing out the image quality and the stabilization in low light. Now both these cameras do not have a telephoto zoom, but what we're going to do is we're going to do a digital zoom to see how it processes noise when we zoom in. Times 2 on the Pixel. Then times 2 on the Galaxy S9. Now the shooting mode has been changed to 4K 60 frames a second on the Galaxy S9 versus where the Pixel 2 XL can only do 4K 30. And again, we're just seeing the differences in low light performance, stabilization and image quality. Now onto the 1080p 30 frames a second video recording mode between the Galaxy S9 and the Google Pixel 2 XL. And again, we're just testing out the image quality, the stabilization and the low light performance between the two. And this is the front-facing video recording mode on the Galaxy S9 and the Google Pixel 2 XL. The Galaxy S9 is recording in 1440p 30 frames a second, and the Google Pixel 2 is in 1080p 30 frames a second. Again, as always, we're just testing out the low light performance, the image quality, and the stabilization in low light. Now we've switched the video recording mode on the Galaxy S9 to 1080p 30 frames a second. Just want to see how the difference is in performance in image quality, low light, and also image stabilization as well. Both are looking good. Just have to wait and test and see. Now with this first low light selfie of myself, both are doing really good in this low light condition. The Galaxy S9 does have a warmer color temperature, whereas the Google Pixel 2 XL does have a cooler color temperature. There is less noise on the Galaxy compared to more noise on the Pixel. It's really down to which one you like. I like the cleaner image of the Galaxy S9, but I do prefer the color temperature of the Pixel 2. Let me know which one you prefer. Now with this next shot of the front facing flash, I'll definitely give it to the Pixel 2. There's more detailed, the light is balanced. Both have great field of view in terms of being able to see everything. The Galaxy S9 is a little bit overexposed, but the Google Pixels really kept the blacks and everything in detail. I prefer what I'm seeing here with the Pixel 2, the front facing flash. This next shot with the Europe car sign is definitely two things happening here. There is a definite cleaner image in low light, on the Galaxy S9, but there's better dynamic range on the Google Pixel 2. You can see that the retention of the yellow underneath the Europe car sign is definitely there, whereas the Galaxy S9 has not been able to do that. And also when you look above the windows, you can clearly see a better look of the windows above the Europe car sign, where you can't really see too much on the Galaxy S9. So I do prefer the cleaner image on the Samsung Galaxy S9 in low light, but the dynamic range and the color retention is much better on the Google Pixel 2. So let me know which one you like. Now on this shot where you do a digital ×2 zoom on both these cameras, they do not have a telephoto zoom lens. The Galaxy S9 is able to pull back the dynamic range where you can see the yellow underneath the Europe car sign, and also the noise reduction is a much cleaner image. It is going for a warmer color temperature, whereas the Google Pixel 2 is cooler. So it's really down to the choice of the image that you like. I'm definitely liking the image I'm seeing on here with the Galaxy S9 over the Pixel 2 when zoomed in. This next shot is where you can see the low light performance of the Galaxy S9 really coming into fruition. You can see that with the f1.5 aperture lens, a much cleaner image on the side, and even when you see the red car in front, you can clearly see it with better colors. It is going for a warmer color temperature around the left of the image, whereas the Google Pixel is cooler, but I'm definitely preferring the cleaner image that I'm seeing with the Galaxy S9 here. And with this next shot, when zoomed in ×2 digital, the Galaxy S9 still holds up well, a much cleaner image. I'm definitely preferring what I'm seeing over the Google Pixel 2 XL, and again with the same color temperature characteristics, whereas the Galaxy S9 is warmer and the Google Pixel 2 is cooler. Let me know which one you like out of the two. This next image of the cabinet in low light, I'll definitely have to give it to the Galaxy S9. Although a warmer color temperature, that mix of yellow and green tint on the Google Pixel 2 XL is definitely distracting and not pleasing to the eye. It's also producing a softer image, whereas the Galaxy S9 is much sharper, so I do prefer what I'm seeing on the Galaxy S9 in this image. This next image of the flash on the cabinet, I do prefer the flash balance on the Google Pixel 2 XL, but the image is sharper on the Galaxy S9. Again, let me know which one you prefer out of the two. With this next shot of the bush, both are doing a really good job. What really separates them is the color temperature, where the Galaxy S9 is warmer, where the Pixel 2 XL is cooler. You do get a bit more post-processing on the Google Pixel 2 to help keep more detail, but both are really doing a good job. The separation of colors between the bush and everything around is really good. Let me know which one you like out of the two. This next image of myself in low light, there's two things happening here. You can see less noise in the Galaxy S9 image with a warmer color temperature, but it's sacrificed by having a slightly softer image, where you do have more noise and processing on the Google Pixel 2 XL and a cooler color temperature, but with more noise within the image. This was a really tough one. Let me know which one you like. I couldn't really pick between the two. I think it's split down the middle. This image with the flash, I'll definitely give it to the Pixel 2. It is balanced, well exposed, details are there. The Galaxy S9, the flash on there is just way too harsh. It's overexposed the image. It just made me look completely white, and I definitely prefer what I'm seeing on the Google Pixel 2 XL. It wins it in this particular shot. Now this last low light image of myself, you can see both phones are doing a great job indoors. The Galaxy S9 is again exhibiting the same color temperature, warmer, where the Google Pixel 2 is cooler. There is more detail in certain areas of this image on the Pixel 2, which is really surprising to see the processing after the image. For example, if you zoom in and you look at the mind the step sign at the back, you can see more detail of what the sign is saying compared to what you can see in the Galaxy S9, which is amazing to see on the Google Pixel 2. But both are doing a great job. I can see more detail, especially in terms of the foreground image of me being there on the Pixel 2. But the Galaxy S9 again is having a much cleaner image with less noise and less processing. So it's really down to how you like the image and the looks of it. This first daylight shot of myself, both these are doing a really great job. What I do prefer though is the accurate skin tones and skin colors on the Galaxy S9 around my face and nose, whereas a bit reddish on the Google Pixel 2. So I do prefer the skin tones and the colors on the Galaxy S9 in this particular situation. Both are producing a sharp image. It's really down to personal choice and which one you like. I do prefer what I'm seeing in terms of the accurate colors on the Galaxy S9. This next portrait mode shot using selective focus on the Galaxy S9 and portrait mode on the Pixel 2, both with a single lens, considering have done a great job. Selective focus is something where you have to come a lot closer to get the shot, which can be a struggle, whereas Google's using its AI to be able to get the background depth of field effect done. Now both did a great job. The Google Pixel 2 did struggle with the edge detection on and around my head, whereas the edge detection and the background blur around my beard and also my jacket was a lot more aggressive on the Galaxy S9. So it's really just down to how it looks and what you prefer. but let me know which one you like out of the two. Both, considering they do have a single lens, did really well. I would say that portrait mode is a lot easier to pull off on the Google Pixel 2. Here again, it's another portrait mode shot, and both are actually doing a really good job. I definitely like the skin tones on the Galaxy S9 compared to the Google Pixel 2, but I did say that the Google Pixel 2, in terms of the foreground to the background, has done a great separation this time around. Selective focus is done well on the Galaxy S9 as well, considering a single lens. Let me know which one you like out of the two. I actually like both. I do like the wider field of view on the Google Pixel 2, which again makes it easier to pull off the portrait mode. With selective focus, you really do have to come close to be able to have a chance to pull it off. This next image of the statue, to my eye, I could not tell much of a difference. Both these images are sharp, clear, and they're really pulling off great detail from the wide field of view that they have on both. And just let me know which one you like out of the two. I just think they look pretty good on both. It's really hard to pick. It's split down the middle. Now on this next image, when you ×2 zoom, you can really see that the detail retention in daylight is really good on both. It's so hard to tell the difference between the two. It's really down to personal choice and which one you like out of the two. Let me know which one you like. I really couldn't pick out the two. Now this next image looks pretty even in terms of visual quality on both these cameras, but where I would give it to the Galaxy S9 is that if you look on the right of the image, you do get a wider field of view where you see more in the frame, in the same distance shooting where the phones are both positioned. This is something I really like about the field of view, and you still get to maintain the quality. So I would give this one to the Galaxy S9. This next image of the leaves here, the Galaxy S9 definitely has more contrast, more punch to the image, whereas the Google Pixel 2 is kind of gone for a more flat color profile to the image. It's really down to personal choice. Both have separated the colors between the leaves very well. I prefer the more contrast and more vibrancy to the image on the Galaxy S9, but again, it's down to personal choice which one you like out of the two. This next image, you see a darker image on the Google Pixel 2 XL compared to the Galaxy S9, and the blacks around my beard are crushed on the Google Pixel, whereas on the Galaxy S9 you can see retention of the shadows and the details there. It's really just down to personal choice, but when you do zoom in, you do see that there's more separation around that section of the picture around my face and my beard, where you don't really see that on the Google Pixel 2. The blacks are crushed and you can't really make out the differences between the two, but let me know which one you like out of the two images. Now this next selfie, you can see that the skin tones on the Galaxy S9 are definitely more accurate and to my eyes more pleasing. You do get a slightly darker image on the Google Pixel 2 XL, but it's definitely a sharper image with more details retained. If you look at my beard, you can see more details and you can make out more things on the Google Pixel 2, but I do like the skin tones on the Galaxy S9. But let me know which one you like out of the two selfies. And here's portrait mode on both these images on their selfie. On the Galaxy S9 is known as selfie focus, and portrait mode on the Google Pixel 2 XL, and both actually did a really good job. I do like the sharper separation on the Google Pixel 2. It's not that much in it, surprisingly enough, but it's enough for me to actually prefer it. But again, I do like the accurate and better skin tones on the Galaxy S9. Let me know which one you like out of the two. It's a really hard toss up between the two. I might lean slightly closer to the Google Pixel 2 XL just because of the sharper separation, but let me know which one you like out of the two. And here again, another selfie exhibiting the same characteristics as before. So take time, watch it. Let me know what you can pick out and which one you like out of the two images from these phones. And last but not least, this image indoors in a decent lighting condition. I definitely again do prefer the skin tones on my face on the Galaxy S9. The overall image is a lot more warmer, where you do have a cooler color temperature on the Google Pixel 2 XL, but the sharpness and the detail retention on the Google Pixel 2 XL just cannot be ignored. It's really great what they do with the HDR post-processing, and it's really just down to personal choice. I like the sharpness and the detail and the color temperature on the Google Pixel 2 XL, but the accurate colors, the clean noise reduction on the Galaxy S9 is something I also like. It's really just down to personal choice. Let me know which one you like out of the two. Now, what's my overall conclusion between both these cameras after this test? The Galaxy S9 has still set the benchmark as one of the best low light performing smartphone cameras that you can get to date. In video, the image is clean, there's nice noise reduction, and the consistency that you get in low light for video and photo is absolutely on point with that new dual aperture f1.5 aperture lens on there. It really helps it in low light performance. The video shooting prowess of being able to shoot 4K 60 frames a second, 1080p 240 frames a second in slow motion, and super slow motion at 720p 960 frames a second makes it the preferred camera to use for smartphone videography out of the two. But man, the Google Pixel 2, when it comes to image detail, sharpness, dynamic range is absolutely amazing. For what Google are doing with the AI processing is absolutely phenomenal. The images that you can pull from the selfie and the main camera are absolutely fantastic. In low light, there can be a bit more noise, but the dynamic range and the details that you can retain from the Google Pixel 2 are definitely on point, and that's something that I have to give credit to Google for doing on the Google Pixel 2. And also, portrait mode is more consistent and preferred for the selfie camera and also for the rear camera. For a single lens, out of these two, I'll definitely pick the Google Pixel 2 for portrait mode to consistently give you the best results, and especially for the selfie, it tends to not disappoint when it comes to portrait mode separation. Now, I hope you like this camera test between these two. Let me know which is your favorite smartphone camera out of these two as tested. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. There's plenty more camera tests and coverage on the Galaxy S9 against other smartphones that I will be doing on the channel. And also, when you do hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that notification bell so you do not miss any new content that is posted on the Lover of Tech channel. And again, I'm your host Ben on the Lover of Tech channel, signing out, and you will see me next time.